Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Have you ever wanted to fix your credit without hiring a credit repair company just yet? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 27 plus credit repair tips in order to help you fix your credit score. So if you've been struggling fixing or boosting your credit score, you guys are going to learn every single tip that I've provided to most of my paid clients and friends and family. So go ahead and make sure you guys write down information in here because it's going to be a lot to take in. And again, fixing credit does take patience and it does take a lot of improvements. So let's go and get started. So just a quick backstory on myself and what happened with my credit. I ended up joining the military right after high school. And again, like everyone else, you probably expect to be making this kind of salary. So I made the smart decision of basically using credit and paying for a bunch of things that I truly did not need. And honestly, I couldn't afford. So I ended up getting and piling up a lot of debt throughout my military career. And throughout that time, I was also at home as a reservist. So I was trying to figure out what to do as a career and job wise. So I kept just paying the minimum balance on different things. And while that wasn't the smartest decision, that ended up causing me a lot of stress and things that I couldn't manage anymore. So I really want to help you guys and fix your credit as well. And in this video, you're really going to learn the in-depth information about credit and credit repair, whether or not you should hire a credit repair company or if it's even worth it for yourselves. So let's get into the first one as well. And you guys are going to definitely learn something very important here about credit. So number one on our list today, it's going to be learning about the three major credit bureaus. So you've probably heard of them, but those are the big guys in the credit industry. And that's going to be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So basically what they are responsible for is collecting information about your credit history and issuing your credit report. Now, if you ever want to check your credit score, you need to request a report form from each individual bureau, or you can use services like Credit Karma or Credit Sesame to find a free credit report online. So these three companies are basically the most important businesses you're gonna have to understand when it comes to your credit reports and your credit file. And they're the ones that send all this data to the lenders, any dealerships, anything that has to do with pulling your information online. Again, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and I'll go ahead and leave their mailing addresses and contact information in the description below as well. Credit repair tip number two, it's going to be getting a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. So if you don't want to go to all three major credit bureaus or you've already used up your time on that, then you can definitely get a free report at annualcreditreport.com. So this agency is actually very useful. I've used it myself and they allow you to do this every 12 months. So make sure you take advantage of this and request all three credit reports from all three major credit bureaus. And that's going to be with this company here. I'll go ahead and leave their link as well in the description. Now, number three on our list is actually consistently checking your credit reports for errors. So a lot of people don't know that they have some kind of error. They don't know if their information has been updated on their credit reports from their previous employer. So I recommend using Credit Karma or Credit Sesame to at least view and get some kind of update on your credit report as well. Number four on our credit repair tip list is going to be keeping your credit card balances low. So again, credit card issuers love when your credit card balance is very high. Why? Because this means that you're more likely to pay interest on your balance. So, and the credit card companies, what they do is they basically make more money off of the interest charges. So if you want to save yourself some money, keep your credit card balances low, and the ideal ratio is going to be 30% or less, and this is how your credit score improves. Next on our list is going to be don't close any old credit card accounts. This is majorly important because this actually affects your report and drops your score heavily. So what you want to do is you're going to want to wait it out and you're going to want your credit issuer to close your account for you. This won't affect your credit score at all. Number six on our list is going to be paying down debts. So again, when it comes to paying the minimum balance, that's not going to help you at all, and that's just going to make the lender or credit issuer just a lot more money. So what you want to do is start using some kind of method, either like the snowball method or some kind of debt management method. So that's going to be really important when it comes to paying down your debts. Number seven on our list here is going to learn how to dispute your credit errors. So if you have any credit errors, you're going to want to use some kind of dispute letter challenging that debt And again, this isn't some kind of fraud or scam thing to do. There's going to be some credit repair companies or services or agencies, right, that are going to say that they can remove and guarantee any results. And what they do is they actually report fraud on your report, and this flags the system and supposedly will remove most of your collections, medical debt, or any negative items, but that's very illegal to do. So you're going to want to challenge your debtors the right way. You're going to want to send a dispute letter. You can handwrite it and send it in via mail. So that's going to be very important when it comes to learning how to dispute items off your credit file. Number 8 on our list is going to be paying late payments or any past due accounts. So what you want to do is you want to make sure this does not get bought off by a collection agency. And I do believe it's about 90 days where they will start to sell this debt to a collection agency, and that's not what you want. You can try to contact your lender or credit issuer and see if you can try to negotiate or come up with some kind of payment plan so you don't go into collections. That's the last thing you're going to want for yourself. Number 9 on our credit list is going to be getting a secured credit card. So if you're not able to get an unsecured credit card like the Chase Sapphire Reserve card or anything like that for beginners, then you can look into credit secured cards. So what this is a credit card that is backed by a deposit that you make, and that's going to be basically what approves you for your secured credit card. This allows you to build credit, and it gets established as a improvement or a new credit trade line on your credit report. Number 10 on our list is going to be diversifying your credit mix. So in order to get rid of a average credit score, you're going to want to start diversifying and coming up with a credit mix. Now, what this means is you have different types of credit, such as installment loans, credit cards, and even a mortgage. And this even includes a car payment as well. Number 11 is going to be keep your credit utilization very low. So your credit utilization is the amount of credit you're using divided by your credit limit. And this makes up your utilization ratio. So for example, if you have a credit line with a $1,000 limit and you're using 800 of that, then your credit utilization would be 80%, which is not ideally. You want to keep your credit utilization low, below 30%. This shows lenders that you're responsible and you're able to control your spending limit. Number 12 on our list is going to be negotiating with collection accounts. So let's say unfortunately you already got sent to collections and you are going to end up paying. Don't pay immediately. Go ahead and get in contact with the collection agency and see if you can negotiate the debt, including getting it removed off your credit report. Number 13 on our credit list is going to be setting up autopay. Now, we don't want to forget about our credit payments. Anything that has to do on a monthly basis, you would rather set up autopay so you can at least have that clarity that you're making payments on time. Without that on-time payment history, it's going to very, very badly affect your credit. Number 14 on our list is going to be check your credit card statement each month. So it's important to check this because you're never sure if the credit card charged you the right amount. And this is important because you could be losing money every single month. So if you've seen anything that you don't recognize, then you can also dispute that with the credit card company. Chase is a really good example of this. I've actually had a fraud charge on my credit card, and they actually were able to stop the payment, dispute it, and were able to give me my funds back while they're doing the investigation. Number 15 on our list is going to be monitoring your credit score. So as we explained a little bit earlier, you can use free apps like Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, and either your online bank's mobile app. You can view your credit report every single month, and it comes up with a new Vantage score. So that's not as important as the FICO score, but you're actually able to view your Vantage score, which is just a estimate of your credit report. Number 16 on our list is going to be increasing your credit limit. Now, this is actually pretty simple, and many people fail to understand this. You can get in contact with your bank or lender and actually get a credit limit increase. What they do is just check your history and see how much and how many payments that you have made. If you have a good track record, they'll go ahead and increase your credit limit. And sometimes banks even do that automatically for you. And this increases your credit score because it drops your utilization very low. If you ever want to contact your bank and see if you can get a credit limit increase, always try to do that. Next up on our list is going to be credit repair software. So If you don't want to send the letters manually, you can actually use credit repair software to do this process for you, whether it's for your business, personal disputes, and you could even start your own credit repair business. So this is a great way to use credit repair software, leverage that, and send out your dispute letters on automation without you having to check on this every single month. Number 18 is going to be stay up to date with credit repair. So the credit repair laws change every single year, and most of the generic information stays the same, but there are little hacks and little resources that you can use to challenge the collection agencies, medical debt, or even your lenders themselves. And you just want to stay up to date with credit repair laws. You can do that by following companies like Experian, even myself on this YouTube channel, or you can just go on Google Trends and look up information on credit repair topics. Number 19 is going to be stick to good credit habits. So even if you have bad credit, there are some things that you can do to make it better. So start by paying off all your bills on time, keeping your credit utilization low, and diversifying your credit mix. If you do these simple things and simple tasks, you will see an improvement in your credit score. Number 20, it's going to be understanding the credit laws that protect you as a consumer. So this is pretty straightforward, but you're going to want to know the FCRA and CROA. So that's going to be the CROA. Now these laws protect you as a consumer and don't let credit repair companies take a hold of you and keep you hostage with contracts. You have rights, just make sure that you understand them. So those are going to be the major laws in credit repair. Number 21 on our list is going to be leverage credit building apps. So if you've ever wanted to rebuild your credit, but you haven't figured that out yet, you can use credit building apps like Self, Kickoff, and also miscellaneous boosting apps like BoomPay. So I've made reviews on these videos, so you can always check that out on my YouTube channel, but that's another way to boost your credit score. Number 22 on our list is going to be debt consolidation. So if you've ever wanted to consolidate all your debt, that is definitely a good strategy to make a bundle of debts that you have and put it into one payment. Now, this only means if you are somewhat responsible, you can definitely have this method and try it out as a debt consolidation. You want to be careful if you've already, getting late on your payments and you haven't done much. Doing a debt consolidation is only going to spare you enough time, but you might end up getting back into the same routine where you're not making your payments and you have one huge lump sum every month, and that might cause some stress for yourself. So I only recommend debt consolidation if you've already been responsible with your payments and you just want to have one full payment every single month. Number 23 on our list is going to be don't apply for new credit multiple times. So I see this a lot with companies that go to dealerships, people that end up wanting to get a car. Dealerships will run your credit multiple times to see if they can pull some kind of approved loan for you. You need to be very careful with that because you will affect your credit score very bad, and it's going to reflect on your report for about a year. So don't apply for credit multiple times. Number 24 on our list is just learn the basics of credit repair. So you can do that by taking online courses. You can do that by studying the FCRA and CROA. You can go and take credit repair book classes for dummies at the library. You're going to find opportunities to learn about credit repair online. So just learn the basics before you start to do credit repair on your own. Number 25 on our list is going to be remove late payments. Yes, probably the hardest one we've ever tried to do for our clients and friends, but removing late payments is possible. You just need to have a good strategy in place. So some things that I like to do is actually getting in contact with your bank. You can contact them and see if you can remove those late payments by either seeing how much payments you've already made to them on time and tell them that there was a misunderstanding or you had some kind of issues at family problems or affected by any kind of issue in your household. Sometimes they'll remove those late payments for you. You could even send them a goodwill letter, and no, don't send them a very generic one. You're going to want to send them an actual letter explaining what happened and why you missed those payments, and sometimes they can remove those late payments off of your credit report. Number 26 is update your personal records. So we did tap into this a little bit in the beginning, but updating your personal records is very important when it comes to applying for new credit or whether you just want to have updated information on your credit file. This is either your employment status, where you're working at, also your address and your full name. You want to make sure that those things are up to date at all times. Number 27 on our list is going to be getting a raise at your job. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward, but if you want to pay off your debt faster, you can get a raise at your job and ask for a raise, whether you have a good employment history. But if you're doing a good job, it doesn't harm you to ask for a raise from your manager or your boss. Now, when this happens, you can still act like you're making the same amount of money every single month, even if you're on a salary or on an hourly pay, and you can start putting that money towards your debt and getting that paid off faster than later. So that's another good example of asking for a raise and also just using a method to pay off your debt faster. Number 28 on our list is finding a side hustle to supplement your income. So if you don't want to ask for a raise or you got denied, you can always start a side hustle, and a side hustle will help you pay off any debts that you have, whether you're making that money on the side and using that to fund yourself or reinvest in your business. And once you're making more profit, you can use that money that you're making and reallocate it to your debt, and that will help you overall. Number 29 on our list is going to be becoming an authorized user. So let's say your mom, brother, or someone from your family has very great credit. So what you could do is they can actually get in contact with their bank and say that they want to add an authorized user. They can add you under that account, whatever credit line it is, and you'll report that actual credit score or credit usage, and it will reflect on your credit file, which will actually improve your credit score. This will not harm you or them whatsoever, unless they start to have bad credit. But of course, I'm pretty sure you trust them and they trust themselves. So that's another way of boosting your report as well. Well, that basically sums up most of the credit repair tips for this video. And again, I went through a bunch of credit mix-ups. I went through a lot of hardships, and I was able to repair my own credit as well. So if you guys really want to share this with a friend, I'll be more than happy and greatly appreciative of that. So again, if you guys ever actually want to read this article, I wrote a blog post on the 27 plus best credit repair tips in order to fix your credit score. So I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below. You can share it with your friends and family or anyone as well, completely free. And I really hope I can help you guys with all that. So lastly here, before I finish up, I want to make sure that you guys know what a good credit score is. So I get this question a lot, and I'm actually get surprised that people don't know this. A good credit score is going to be anything above a 740, and a really amazing credit score, the highest I've personally ever seen was an 820. So you can definitely have a good credit score as long as you have a good credit mix. Now, an average, I would say about 720, and between 740 is an average credit score, and anything below a 680 is going to be bad. I hope you guys got that, and I'm really happy that you stayed to the end of this video. If you feel like sharing it, go ahead, and again, go ahead and subscribe for more credit repair content. Anything regarding credit repair businesses, credit repair, or just any topics on credit, you're going to be able to see all of that on this YouTube channel. See you guys in the next video.